We're gonna do a review of Power, episode 4, episode 3,
Season 4.
season 4.
This is Black Guy, White Girl.
Black Guy, White Girl.
Reviews.
I'm Young Slim, KP. Okay, let's get into it now. Let's cut the music. Cut the music!
T-shirt,
Okay.
you stopped the beat.
Okay, here we go. Alright, let's start off with, alright. Beginning of the episode starts out with everybody getting bagged, pulled in, and who was it?
Julio, Dre,
Julio
and Keisha.
Julio, Dre, and Keisha. Then they sit them down, and basically what happens is, you know, everybody whoop de whoop whoop whoop. Everybody basically says the same shit about
Now Ghost is such a good guy.
Ghost is this
He would
great
never kill
Robin Hood of
anybody
the hood. He would
and
never
saved
do it.
everybody, and he would
Yeah.
never do that.
Yeah, that old chestnut.
Which we know he would never do that because
Yeah.
he would just hire people to do it for him.
No,
Ghost
no,
is
no,
not
I
one to
can't
get
say
his
that.
hands dirty.
No. Ghost,
not one to get
Ghost,
his hands
wait, hold
dirty.
on. Ghost has killed mad people.
Himself?
Yes, himself. All them Russians.
Yeah.
Remember, he
Yeah,
tried
yeah,
to.
Lobo.
He had Lobos. He tried to smoke Lobos. He smoked Lobos. Let's not
With
get that
Tommy,
messed up.
yeah.
But he tried to get Lobos smoked before he
Before.
brought Tommy in on the gig.
Yeah.
So that's when he was throwing the cards and all that other shit. When he killed all the Russians and everybody else, the Jamaican boy, the Haitian, the dude that played from that was in The Wire, killed him. Remember, he was playing the Jamaican guy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. So Ghost is basically a
Think
serial.
about it, season 1 starts off with him killing somebody. In the very first episode of season 1.
Exactly.
He's killing somebody
Got
in
somebody
the basement.
outside. Boom, smoked them.
Yeah.
Ghost is basically a serial killer, but on this one, he didn't do it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't do it, but
He didn't actually kill Greg,
he didn't kill Greg.
but
But
killed
he's
everybody.
got mad bodies under his belt. Like I said, he's pretty much a serial killer. He's one of them. I don't know. Whatever.
He's just smart. That's all.
Yeah, he gets away with the shit because he's killing people that no one really
He
even
walks
cares
around in
about.
his suit.
But this guy, okay.
He
And
walks
then
around
it goes
in his
on
suit
to,
and
yeah, well, he's hiding behind
he's hiding
his
behind his
actual
suit.
ID of
That's
being
Takes his suit off and he's Ghost.
James St. Patrick. So that's what he's hiding behind. But all right, let's move on. All right, the next we find Angela at the funeral. Angela at the funeral, at Greg Knox's funeral, and then she basically is just mourning his loss. And then we got
Agent Markham standing behind her.
yeah.
Standing behind her watching her.
Well,
at the
we didn't know
funeral.
what his name was at first. It was just this white guy with a long hair.
Greg's friend.
I'm like, yo, that's the guy from Oz, with long hair. And yes, he ends
It's
up. They
Greg's
end up saying his
friend.
name.
He's
Greg's
out to
boy.
Clear Greg's name.
He's out to clear Greg's name. Agent, what's his name?
Markham.
Agent Markham.
Bailey Markham.
And I think this guy is going to be a big factor in getting Ghost out of prison on this one. Like, at first, like, last week I was just talking to KP and saying, like, yo, I don't see how Ghost is getting out of this shit.
He said
There's-
Angela was going to get him out.
At first, I
It's
was
not
thinking it was Angela,
It's not gonna
but they
be
brought
Angela.
but they brought in the wild card, and
It's
I
gonna
think this
be
guy. Well, I think it's
Bailey.
gonna. I still think there's gonna be both of them. I think.
But as we're skipping ahead a little bit,
I mean, I'm just skipping ahead, but I still honestly believe that Angela still is
She's-
gonna have something to do with him getting out of jail.
She's starting to doubt that he's guilty.
She
She
didn't
doesn't
believe.
believe that he's really guilty. I don't. She's having doubts.
She didn't believe that. She didn't believe that the gun found that truth was really.
She did at first until Tasha told her.
Well, she still thinks he's guilty, but because she said it to the Chinese
She
guy.
believed
I
that
don't-
was all
I don't know
him
his name.
until Tasha told her, like, that's not Ghost. Ghost is not that sloppy to
No,
leave a
no,
gun
no,
at
no.
truth.
She said
and
it-
that's when she started thinking, like, oh wait, you know what? You're right. Ghost is not that sloppy to leave a gun at truth.
She said it. She said it when she was talking to Mike, the guy that actually killed Greg Knox.
Yeah.
She's like, this feels kind of weird. It doesn't feel like what did she say? It feels too easy to find the gun at
Yes.
Truth. So she
DNA
knew something
on
was.
his fingernails, the gun at Truth, the cell phone. Yeah,
She
everything was planted.
she feels that it was kind of awkward from the beginning, like from that part. And then, all right, hold on. After that, boom, my main man. I love this guy. He's like one of my new favorite characters. I didn't really fuck with him in the beginning from last season, but Proctor.
Proctor, I need you to say
Proctor
it.
is the
He's
truth.
the kind of
He's
attorney I'd
basically
want.
he is the Saul Goodman. I feel he's like the Saul Goodman of power.
He's the attorney I'd want on my side if I ever needed
If
one.
would you rather have Saul or Proctor?
Probably Saul.
Me too. But Proctor's close. Is it
Yes.
close?
He's getting there.
It's close.
He's
I'd rather
getting
have Saul barely, but Proctor is there. Like he's really there.
He's getting there.
And
Yeah.
even though he brought in this fucking lame ass, what was the dude's name? Terry Silver. Fucking Terry Silver. You know, why you gonna bring in a guy that don't really believe you?
He tells,
Like I'm not hiring you.
he tells Ghost that he doesn't believe that he's innocent, that he thinks he's guilty, but the money that Ghost is paying him will go to help a lot of people who actually are innocent. He basically tells him that to his face.
But fuck
I don't
all
believe
that.
you.
I ain't hiring you if you don't believe I'm
But
innocent.
Proctor does, because anything Ghost has done, he's told Proctor about it. He's told him everything that he's done. And he has not admitted to this because he didn't do it. So Proctor actually really believes that he's innocent.
Proctor does believe that he's innocent. But this new bitch, Terry Silver, don't believe him, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Until I'm starting to think, you know what? Then I started thinking, like, let's skip a little ahead. When he actually found the tape of when Ghost was saying, he pulled me over, he kind of didn't even believe that.
Nah.
Oh, I can't find no evidence to
Yeah.
this and this and this and this
There's
and that and this
nothing
and that.
that's made up yet.
He kind of felt like it was make believe, but once he found that footage and realized that it was, you know,
Really true. It really
It was
did
true.
happen. The Ghost was telling the truth. Then
he
he's
fucking.
starting to like think a little, like maybe he's telling the truth.
I thought that he would think that, but he didn't. At the end, like, nigga, I know what type of nigga you
Yeah.
is.
Your
Yeah,
money
I know
is
what-
gonna help
I know
me
what-
save
I know-
innocent people.
What's the name of the kind of man you are?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean, bitch? Like, get the fuck out
The
of here,
money
man.
you're paying me.
I'm
to get
paying you
off.
to save me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, pause that.
Aside from the whole Bishop Markham thing, you know what I don't get? They
What?
took all these 3 people in the beginning for interrogation. Why did none of them ask for a lawyer? None of them.
That's
They're all
true.
criminals.
That's true.
Julio, Dre, they're criminals. The only
I don't know
one
about
would be
Keisha being
Keisha,
that fucking
but
criminal.
Julio and Dre have been in jail before. They know the system. Neither one of them asked for a lawyer.
But they were basically playing up. They were just, they felt like
But
they could do
still,
what they could
anytime
do.
the cops take you into the police station, you immediately ask for a lawyer. Immediately.
Since we bringing up lawyers and things of that nature, why didn't fucking Ghost tell these motherfuckers to check the cameras?
That's I don't. Get
I've been
it
there
either.
the whole
Like,
fucking day.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Not even that. Like this gun was found in Truth. Well, they haven't put 2 and 2 together yet. The gun was found in Truth, but he doesn't know that Truth was raided and the cameras were turned off. As soon as he hears that fact, he might say, "Oh, check the cameras."
But if I was there the whole time and that's my alibi, I'm asking you to fucking check the fucking cameras because
To
I'm
prove
not.
that I was
you know what I'm
really
saying?
there,
I was
yeah.
there the whole time.
But they don't
Why-
want to prove that he
Why?
was really
Like,
there. They don't care that he was really there. The
I mean-
prosecution does it. Proctor, I would think. maybe
but why is
would.
the Proctor saying that shit? Like, yo, go check the cameras.
That's the thing I don't get. Why is no one asking to check the cameras? Why has nobody checked the cameras yet? Nobody. And if I was Dre, when the cops came in and told me to turn the cameras off, I would have left them on. Told them I turned them off.
Basically, that's what I think is gonna end up happening. Somebody's gonna
Somebody's gonna check the cameras.
somebody's gonna check the cameras.
It's either gonna be Dre. I don't know. I think it's gonna be Dre. I don't know why. I think it's.
You think
gonna be
Dre's
Dre.
gonna do it?
Yeah, I don't
Dre's
know
working
why.
for Kanan.
But
Like, how is he
he
gonna?
has a loyalty to Ghost.
Does
though.
he? Does he
I
really?
think he's scared of.
I don't think he
Kanan.
does. I don't think he does.
Yeah, I think he's scared of Kanan because why
He's
else?
scared. He
would
definitely is scared of Kanan, but he still was Kanan's man
He's
from the
trying
rip.
to, yeah, but now he's trying to get away from that, and Kanan won't let him.
Is he? He's
Yeah.
paying him money. He's
To leave
paying
the
him
boy
money
alone.
to leave the boy alone.
To
And he's still
protect
fucking with
Ghost's
him.
family.
Okay, you might be right on that, but okay, we'll see.
I think he looks up more to he wants to be more like Ghost now.
I think so.
But Kanan won't let him go.
Running drugstores club and shit like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Kanan
cool.
is only doing that with his son because that's what Ghost did to Sean with Sean. While he was in jail, Ghost took Sean under his wing, mentored him, taught him the streets, brought him up, and Kanan was in jail, couldn't do anything about it. Now Ghost is in jail, and he's taking his son under his wing.
Yeah, maybe it is something like that. Well, now let's get on this. Let's get on to this guy, Tony Tercey.
Who's Tommy's dad?
I think it's Tommy's dad.
He's definitely Tommy's dad.
Definitely got to be
Why
Tommy's
else would
dad.
he make a call from jail asking about Tommy? How does he even know who Tommy is?
And he wanted Ghost to make the drop, $20,000 a week at a certain spot, and he wants Tommy to bring it.
Yeah.
And he's so interested in Tommy.
Yeah.
And then in the beginning of it, in the beginning of the episode, Tommy and the two kids, he's dropping them off at school, and Tommy's like, I didn't have a dad.
Yeah.
His dad was
his dad was
I'm
in
telling
jail.
you,
He said
that was the
before.
key. That's all I need to know. That's Tommy's dad.
And why he made a call from prison to somebody named Sally asking about Egan. How does he even know? Like, Egan, how does he even know Ghost is in jail? Jamie St. Patrick has nothing to do with Egan. So why would he even be making a phone call?
Well, that's what he
about
did. He got
Egan?
his lawyer to check into it. And then he's like, yeah, he runs with a guy named Tommy Egan, da-da-da-da.
And something about Ghost. There's someone named Ghost.
Well, yeah, they said his name was Ghost because...
He said
what did
Tommy
say?
Egan and Ghost.
Yeah, because the lawyer looked
He's a
into
drug
him.
kingpin and
Yeah,
Ghost.
yeah. The lawyer looked... His lawyer
How else would
looked
he
into
know
it.
to look into Tommy Egan, though?
Because his lawyer looked into it. When they were looking at Ghost, they found Tommy. They looked at Tommy. So that's basically what happened. Now, that's that. I don't want to go any more further into the whole thing about him being his dad. That's what I think.
Yeah.
And
How about this guy
that's what it is.
Cantos, like, reaching out saying he has he has info, but he wants full immunity. What kind of info could he possibly
What the
have?
fuck does that pussy got to do
Sick,
with
'cause
it?
he was there
He's been gone.
every-
He been got
Yeah,
Donald Trump
but-
fired. Like, you're fired.
Yeah.
Why is he still sticking
But-
his nose in?
Ghost fired
Ghost's
him. So
business.
it's either going to
He fired
backfire
him
on him, and he's going to give up personal information, or it's going to help Ghost. Because he was there every time Greg came into the club.
But
every
remember,
time.
before he got canned, before Ghost broadcast him out in front of the whole staff and said, I don't want a bitch-made motherfucker like this working for me. You're fired. Get your shit and get the fuck out. But he was like, yo, I got to talk to you. I got to talk to you. I got to talk
Yeah.
to you.
It's about Greg, yeah.
Ghost's arrogance and cockiness fired him before he actually listened to what this guy had to spit.
Yeah.
Now maybe maybe Cantos is trying to bring this to the feds now, talking about he wants immunity.
Right.
Whoop-de-whoop,
Well, I don't know what immunity
we'll see what
would have
happens.
to do with that, but anyway, this guy, Agent Bailey Markham, I think he's going to be the one to crack the case. He's pinning everyone up. He's like, Angela, that's why Angela went and made that bullshit deal to Ghost, because she was afraid. This guy said he had evidence against her.
Went to
that
Angela.
She was the mole. And she went to Ghost thinking, like, if the case ended and Ghost turned himself in or whatever, the case would be over and this guy would go away. Because if they start digging into her past with Ghost, that's going to be a big problem.
He went to Mike. He thinks Angela's guilty.
So he tells her. But then
He's
he goes
basically
to
telling
Mike.
him the same story, and I feel
think
like
he's
he's
gonna-
looking and trying to feel a lot of reaction
He's
from
going to
them
watch
all.
what they do. He's like
But-
throwing the info out and he's going to watch to see what they
And
do.
see, the one guy went to the judge.
His
Angela
whole-
denied it, saying no. And then this guy, he left this guy basically being thirsty, like, what evidence do you got?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens with that. That's something good to keep, I
His
want to
whole
watch.
thing
I
is
can't
he
wait to
wants
see what happens with that.
Clear Greg's name. He wants to clear
Yeah.
Greg's name, and in the process, I think he's going to clear Ghost's name, because the prosecution really, they want to get Ghost and they want to get Tommy for Lobos' murder.
Basically,
Ghost
that's
is
what the
never gonna give
prosecution
it up.
wants. They want
Never.
Ghost. They want Ghost for the body, Ghost for killing Knox, and then they want Tommy for killing Lobos.
But what you said, you think Lobos is not even dead.
Yeah, that's for another story for another time. I don't think fucking Lobos is dead.
They tried.
They didn't show him die. He got shot 3 times to the chest. That was it.
They tried
You don't
to
know
cover
what the
up
fuck
his
he had
death the
on him. He
whole
could have had a
time.
vest on. I want to see headshots.
Yeah.
Just like motherfucking
A funeral,
50's
yeah.
still alive.
Greg, they had his
Kanan's
funeral.
still alive because Ghost they didn't show him die. If somebody's dead, you got to see him dead.
Greg,
Like,
we
I'm not
saw
buying
his
it.
funeral. We know he's dead. But Lobos.
I know this ain't Game of Thrones, and I know this ain't Game of Thrones, but I'm gonna throw it out there. And I know,
Lobos, they've been trying to
I don't think
cover up.
Stannis is dead.
Yeah.
I didn't see him die. I don't think the what's Lady Stark's uncle's name?
Oh, he's not. Benjen Stark.
Not Benjen. Not Benjen Stark.
The one from the Red Wedding.
No, yeah, the one that left and took a piss.
Not Bren.
The Blackfish.
Yeah.
I don't think the Blackfish is dead.
Tully.
Yeah, Blackfish Shelly. I don't think he's dead.
But
They killed him
anyway,
off camera, but that's
wrong
another story for another
show.
another story.
Wrong
okay.
show.
Okay. Boom. I don't think Lobos is dead, but that's another story for another
They've been
time.
trying to cover up Lobos' death the whole time. The whole time he was in the hospital.
Exactly.
They've been trying to hide it.
When the Ghost first poked him up, they
I
said
won't
he
be
was dead.
surprised
He wasn't dead.
if
They
he-
popped him the fuck
Yeah.
up. Ghost and fucking Tommy popped him. Yeah, they shot him in his chest.
Yeah.
And
You know,
I'm
from
not
50
buying that
Cent, You
shit.
can survive a chest.
You
shot.
could, you can. Well, 50
survive.
didn't get shot. 50 got burnt and stabbed with some glass in his liver.
No, he got shot like 10 times.
No, he did.
He
In
got
real
shot
life.
his mouth. Yeah,
In real life.
I'm talking
We're
about,
talking about
real-
this show.
I'm talking about real life. I mean, 50 Cent in real life got shot multiple
We're
times.
talking about.
Survived.
I'm talking about this show. I'm talking about Kanan. Kanan
Yeah.
got stabbed with some glass
Yeah.
and lit on fire, and then he broke
crawled
out.
his way out of it.
He
Yeah.
broke out. He's still alive, and he's sunning the boy. Now that fucking makes me kind of like,
I think Tasha and Tommy are starting to be suspicious of Tyreek's friend Slim. I don't know why. I don't know, because Tommy said, like, no, Ghost is not stupid enough to leave him alive.
But he did.
But he did.
And he was.
And
he was stupid enough to keep fucking Angela.
Even though Tommy said that, I still think he don't really believe it. And Tasha, like, I think they.
I think Tommy.
they
I still
suspect.
think Tommy. I still think Tommy believes that. He knows something's up with the fucking Andre lying
Yeah.
and not telling
His
the
friend
truth.
Slim, that no one can see his friend Slim, like they suspect. I think, like you said, Tommy's gonna follow him, and he's gonna find out. That
Eventually,
Kanan's alive.
eventually, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Let's move on to something else. Let's go on to DNA getting thrown out.
Yeah.
The fucking DNA getting thrown the fuck out. That was my main man.
I didn't know where the DNA
Saul
came
Goodman.
from.
I mean Proctor. Proctor got that shit thrown the fuck out. Good move. Good
For
move.
the past 2 episodes, we couldn't figure out how the DNA got under his fingernails to begin with.
That explains it. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I forgot about the whole traffic stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but at the same time, like, it's cool. But I mean, he still has to. The
They
hammer.
got the gun, they got his fingerprints, but at least one step down, the DNA is thrown out.
At least the DNA's out.
Chipping away
But now
at
he has.
him.
Yeah, he's not gonna. He's chipping away at the case
Yeah.
or some Johnny Cochran shit.
Yeah.
But let's get to this. Like, how? Why? Why? Is he really gonna go into court and say that? Hey, I broke into his house to see if he was still like he told fucking Mr. Silver. I went to his house
see if
to see
Angela-
if she was still fucking. If
Yeah,
he was
they were
still
back
fucking with her.
together, yeah.
You can't do that,
Right.
bro. Like,
Right.
really, ain't
How else
no
you
jury's
gonna-
gonna believe that shit.
How else are you gonna explain your fingerprints on the
outside of the glass?
window? On the upstairs apartment that you climbed the what do they call them, ladders?
Fire escape.
Fires. You climbed.
Is
the
he really
fire
gonna admit
escape.
that shit? Is he gonna admit that shit? If he admits that shit, I think he's gonna make the jury biased and he's gonna fucking lose. But here we go. Not only that, and then it's the gun. Now we all know that. Why doesn't he just fucking tell his fucking lawyer to look at the fucking cameras?
Right. He knows he has
Look at the
cameras in
cameras.
there. They found the gun in Truth. Like, somebody's gonna pull the cameras. That's
Somebody's
it.
gotta pull the fucking cameras.
But I think that
Cameras got the DNA thrown out, and the cameras are gonna get the motherfucking rest of the fucking the gun
Evidence,
thrown out.
yeah.
Matter of fact, this guy, what's his name? Mike. What is it? Mike
Yeah,
who?
Mike's, I don't know. The
Mike.
prosecutor that actually killed Greg.
The murderer Mike. Let's
Yeah.
call him murderer Mike. He's got to go. Okay. Who would not see this shit? Like, he's got so much
Greg's
dirt
the
on
only
him.
one that figured it out.
But Greg figured it out on some late shit.
Yeah.
And got
He's
killed
the
for this
only
shit.
one that actually figured it out and took the steps.
But he
to
figured
figure
it out on accident. He actually seen fucking
He thought
Mike
it was Angela.
at some. He
An
seen
address
Mike.
where the phone was traced
Yeah,
to,
where
or
it-
something like that.
I can't remember exactly how he caught him, but I have to go back and look at
Yeah,
that shit.
they
But
traced it some yeah. But Mike's gonna get caught.
he's going to. He's got to. Ghost is not going to die. They're not going to kill Ghost.
gonna get
But
out of jail.
actually, once Ghost
'Cause
gets out of all
there
this
ain't no
shit,
story without
once Ghost gets out of all this shit, everything's going to change. Like, is he still going to be fucking with Angela? Is his
No,
relationship with his
definitely
wife
not.
still going to be the same? Is fucking
I
his
think
they're
Tasha's got his
fucking
back. They're
his
not
relationship
together?
with Tommy going to be the same? It's not everything. Mad shit might change, yo. Mad shit's
He's
going to
not
change.
gonna be with Angela. No.
Definitely
would
not
you
gonna
be
be
able
with
to be with some bitch that got you locked up in jail? No. That you were fucking in love with, like, would die for, and this bitch arrested you. Would you go back to her after you got out of jail and were proven to be innocent? Oh my God! Now
But
I'm
what
so
if she is
sorry.
the one that actually
It don't matter.
saves him?
It don't
I
matter.
think she's gonna do that.
It don't matter. You got me arrested because you thought I killed your ex-boyfriend, and I'm your fucking current boyfriend. I'm your current boyfriend, and you arrested me for killing your ex?
No, she wasn't her current boyfriend. She was fucking Greg. What are you talking about?
She was fucking Greg, but
Yeah,
not.
she was fucking
She
Greg.
was
Why
fucking
did she
Greg
get
on some other shit though?
She was fucking Greg on some other shit, and Greg was trying to bury her.
Yes.
And blame
He was fucking her, trying to
her
set her
on the
up.
whole Lobos thing.
But they both, like, their relationship took a different route. Like, she was going through his phone and didn't trust him and didn't believe him, and he was going
That's just
through her
bitches,
stuff.
though. That's just bitches. That's just bitches going
They
through.
were on some other shit though.
I don't know. We'll see though. And then, all right,
Tasha,
boom.
I think Tasha's got his back. Ride or die. Like, she's been there from the beginning.
Oh, ride or
She's
die,
not
but she
in
was
love.
fucking his fucking nephew.
Oh.
Basically, fucking his nephew.
She was fucking his nephew,
nephew.
but he was fucking Angela.
So that's okay?
It's not.
She was fucking his nephew.
It's not. Like,
She was fucking Sean.
He was-
And they try to blame him for killing Sean on some Angela shit.
He was
That's the
running
same
around-
exact thing. What's the difference
guys,
between...
men? It's okay
What-
for men to do something, but when a woman does it, it's not right.
No.
So it's okay for Ghost to run around behind her back and cheat on her with his high school sweetheart. But the minute she starts cheating on
They
him
were
back,
in love.
it's not okay.
They were in love.
No, they weren't
She
in
was,
love.
yo,
They
hold
were
up,
in
hold
love
up, hold
before
up.
she walked
Go
in
back
the
to the
truth.
first fucking episode when this guy
They were in
sent
love
her
before.
home and she's fucking showing her puss. Showing her all her
Because
bush
she knew.
to motherfucking Sean for no fucking reason
She
before he
knew
even
that Ghost
fucked
was up to
Angela.
something.
Before he fucked Angela,
But he was
okay?
thinking about it.
She was showing
thinking about
tush and bush to Sean.
She was,
I ain't having it.
she was thinking
Fuck
about
that
it.
bitch.
He was
Fuck
thinking
that
about
bitch.
it. He was
Mhm.
thinking about it. She knew.
What?
Girls have a sixth sense for that. They know when something's off.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
That
we
fucking
do.
bitch was showing Bush in the first episode,
No.
trying to flirt with
If you go
Sean,
back and watch-
going all like this and all that other
If
shit.
you go back and
Fuck,
watch,
man.
she's talking to Keisha, talking about something's wrong. I don't know.
After
Ghost is
after
not the
Keisha,
same.
after her homegirl fucked Sean, she got to go get some of that.
But back on this episode, I think Keisha is the loose
Yeah,
cannon.
yeah,
that you
yeah,
gotta
we're jumping
worry about.
around, jumping around. Yeah, Keisha.
I think
don't know.
Keisha's the wild card that you
I don't
gotta
think she's the
watch.
wild card. I think this
She's
new
not
dude,
the wild card, but she's gonna
Bailey,
be the loose
Mr.
lips,
Bailey,
sink ships. She's
Markham,
the one with the loose
Bailey
lips.
Markham is the fucking wild card.
Yes.
And we'll see what happens from there.
Keisha,
Now,
yeah, she's Tasha's best friend, but she's always been jealous of Tasha.
let's
Everything.
get ready to wrap this up. Now, how did the episode end? Let's see. Boom. Here we go. It basically ends with
To that gun in any way. You're getting the needle.
You have to choose.
I'm not flipping on Tommy.
Tell Ghost we both implicated. You are becoming my problem.
He's willing to risk your life, Tasha.
Running.
Your little friend came to visit. I think Greg Knox figured out who the FBI mole was.
I'm gonna get ready to go. Your Honor, may I approach?
Predictions for next week. I think Angela is grasping at straws by trying to get Tasha to turn on Ghost. She's never going to turn on Ghost. She's not. She's not going to turn on Ghost. Not for the kids, not for nothing. She's not going to. If she hasn't turned on him yet, she's not going to turn on him now.
You talking about Tasha's not going to turn on?
Yes, Angela is reaching at straws. Like,
Of course not. Yeah, we didn't get into the whole how she's trying to get the, the fact that she's just basically a roommate, not a motherfucking
Yes.
wife.
Yes.
But that I don't see
Tasha's
what
not
she's
gonna
gonna.
turn on him.
I don't see the point of that because they're married and Tasha really don't know
Right.
nothing about it.
Right.
They're trying her for.
and Tasha's not going to turn. She's not.
There's nothing she can turn on. What's she gonna say?
She's not going to turn on him.
She don't know nothing
She's
about it
just
because
not.
she didn't do it. So how's she
Even-
gonna say anything? She didn't even know about Greg Knox.
Even though they're not together
Period.
and they may not be in love anymore, she still loves him, and she's not going to.
She loves him. I'm not so sure if he loved her.
He does.
He loves her.
He's the
but
mother
not,
of her children. She's not gonna. She's more loyal to him than he was to her. She's
I
not
mean,
gonna turn on him.
Yeah.
Ghost is not gonna turn on Tommy. It's not gonna happen.
That's the X factor here.
Yes.
They want fucking Tommy
For
and
Lobos' murder. Yes.
for the Lobos murder,
And-
but the only witness there was Greg Knox, and it's a wrap.
And
He's
Ghost.
dead. He's
Yeah.
killed.
And Ghost is not gonna turn.
It's over.
And they have evidence that is inadmissible in court because it was obtained illegally. So they can't even
with
use
the illegal
the evidence that
wiretap.
they have.
Illegal
Yeah.
wiretap. But let's just keep our eye on
And
that
then
guy,
Proctor says.
Mr. Bailey.
Proctor says to the judge, I believe that Greg Knox figured out who the mole was.
Yes, and that's why he was killed.
Yep.
And that's basically the truth, and we'll see how that ends up happening next week on episode 4. Can't wait to see that.
Stay tuned for our review next week.
Subscribe to the
our
channel. We also do my favorite show, Game of Thrones.
Season 7,
Season 7. So we should
episode
see
1.
next week. Look forward to that. And this is our first time ever doing this. So we're just trying. We'll work out the kinks. Just leave your comments and tell us what you think. Thank you.
Subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe to the channel, and thank you for your support. And see you next week.
Black guy, white girl reviews.
Black guy, white girl.
Peace
Black
out.
guy, white girl review.
Peace out.
Peace out. Buds up.